Good morning. This video is of lesson 6, that is molecular basis of inheritance. After studying the semi-conservative replication of DNA, meaning half old parental DNA and half newly synthesized DNA, we will study the machinery involved in transcription. You all know that from one parental DNA, two daughter DNA molecules are formed. But this is not a simple process. It is a very complicated process involving the use of numerous enzymes like DNA dependent polymerase, which catalyzes the nucleotides and also helps in DNA proofing. It checks the wrong base. So if the wrong base is there, it checks the entry of wrong base and replaces the wrong base by correct base. Then we also require ligase. When DNA is formed in fragments, these fragments need to be joined, and this is a function of ligase. Then replication fork. So replication fork is the place where replication starts. Since DNA is 2.2 meter long, so it is a point. The DNA opens at a particular point. This appears in the form of fork, so it is known as replication fork. DNA dependent polymerase catalyzes the polymerization only in one direction, that is 5 to 3, and so in the direction 3 to 5 the DNA formed is continuously, and this DNA formed is known as leading strand. It doesn't involve any fragmentation. So next, on the template strand on the other side, that is 5 to 3 direction, you will see here DNA are formed in fragments. So this type of synthesis of DNA is called discontinuous synthesis, and the strand formed is lagging strand. So ligase or molecular glue joins these small fragments. So next is transcription. So what is transcription? You all know the process of formation of different types of RNA, that is rRNA, mRNA and tRNA from DNA is called transcription. And transcription RNAs are formed on the basis of complementary base pairing rule. That means if strand of one DNA is there, then on the basis of sequences of DNA in one strand, the another strand of RNA is synthesized. But in case of RNA, it is uracil in place of thymine. So next is transcription unit. So transcription unit, it consists of 3 different parts. Number 1, promoter. Number 2, structural, and number 3, terminator. In the promoter and terminator link the structural genes. The promoter is said to be located towards 5' This 5' promoter is located. So structural genes flank in between, and the DNA sequence that provides binding site for RNA polymerase. It is the presence of promoter in a transcription unit that also defines the template and coding strand. Template strand is one on the basis of which newly synthesized DNA strand is there. So terminator is located, this is the terminator, it is located towards the 3' and downstream of the coding strand, and it usually defines the end of the process of transcription. So without terminator, there will be no end of transcription. So another topic is transcription unit and the gene. How we define gene? Gene, you know, it is a cistron is the functional unit of DNA. Now cistron may be polycistronic, for example in bacteria, or it may be monocistronic. So monocistronic means consisting of single cistron. So it is found in eukaryotes. Then there are some exons and intons. Exons are coding sequences and intons are non-coding sequences. So exons are joined and intons are removed. When the exons are joined and intons are removed, this process is known as splicing. So in the mature RNA, intons do not appear, and inheritance of character is also affected by promoter and regulatory sequences of a structural gene. So types of RNA and the process of transcription. So today we have studied about the structure of transcription unit, and next we'll talk about the types of RNA and the process of transcription. Thank you.